The next virtue in the path of self-transformation, according to the scriptures, is Samadhana. It's a very interesting word. Samadhana has a deeper meaning and elaborate understanding. What is Samadhana? Samadhana is a way of putting things in proper order or putting things in a sequential manner, which has some kind of logistics, reasoning, whereby the mind can understand things in a proper way, and there is no chance or scope for confusions for the mind when it comes to self-transformation and in the path of sadhana. When we are seekers, we tend to get various opportunities to study many philosophies, many scriptures, or listen to many masters, go to many teachers, and different systems of learning, different traditions of learning, so on and so forth. We all know that today is the world of digital media and YouTubes are plenty, and we get to exposed to all kinds of these thought processes and spiritual truths and philosophies. No wonder, after listening to different kinds of philosophies and scriptures and thought processes and different teachers and all that, mind may get confused. A confused mind cannot do sadhana. Even if it does sadhana, it becomes a kind of a diffusion or dissipation of your energy, and the result is zero. So it is very, very important for the mind, put these things, whatever is heard, learnt, or whatever you are exposed to, in a proper order, so that that confusion is not there for us to learn and progress in our path. For example, the most often heard statement in Srividya. Since I am a Srividya Upasaka and most of my listeners are Srividya Upasakas, I thought I will take up this word to understand what is Samadhana. Srividya is often defined as bhoga and moksha rupa. Means Srividya is capable of giving you both bhoga, that is enjoyment, and also moksha. The confusion comes in understanding these two words. If it is not placed in proper order and sequence and interpretation. Interpretation is very important here. So bhoga, normally the mind understands or accepts it as enjoyment of all good things. But bhoga is not necessarily enjoyment of only good things or pleasurable experiences. Bhoga simply means experience of the mind. That experience can be both good and bad, sad and joy, all the opposites of experiences are experienced by the mind, which is termed as bhoga. So when we come across these juxtaposed situations of happiness and sorrow, life and death, good and bad, both juxtaposed things are all taken as experiences or bhoga. So in this process, the mind starts maturing to understand what this bhoga is all about. So there is a kind of balancing happens between good and the bad, right and the wrong, sorrow and joy, all these things the mind starts analyzing. So through this process of bhoga, the mind gets prepared gradually, sooner or later, for moksha. So this is the mystical and mysterious understanding of these two concepts called bhoga and moksha. So if the mind is not able to understand and keep it in its right perspective, then your whole sadhana of Srividya can become a big waste, and it's not going to bring that quality of Samadhana. And secondly, we go to many teachers to learn. Now attending the workshops and gathering more and more informations about the spiritual truths has become a style, and it has become the trendy habit also. But we never question what is the use of gathering so many informations but not able to arrange them in a sequential manner so that it is of some use to us when we do our sadhana. And so many philosophies feel and sounds contradicting, like bhoga and moksha. And there is another concept, another understanding about karma. Many philosophies say that karma is a waste. Karma is an illusion. There is nothing called karma that exists. It is the mind which creates karma and gets trapped in that. A great sage like Ramana Maharshi says, karma is tajjadam. It is jada. It is inactive. It doesn't have any capacity to be vibrant or become alive. Who gives life to this karma? It is our desire of the mind propelled to achieve something, attain something, obtain something from this life so that we can enjoy life. Triggers of this karma. Otherwise, it is lifeless. So, this is one perspective of karma. Then the mind says, what is the point in doing any karma? Because it's of no use, it's not going to bring anything good for me. Then Swami Rama puts it in a very interesting way. He says, you have to perform well. Yoga karmasu kaushalam. You have to perform all your karma or actions in a very skillful way. Why? Not because you want to attain something or not because you don't want to get something out of it. That is not the question. That is not the problem the mind faces here. The problem is if you don't perform your actions in a very skillful way, you will see and understand that these karmas, actions themselves are going to create lot of obstacles in your life, so that your peace of life, the enjoyment of life, the joy of life is taken away by these obstacles. And then these obstacles further create further obstacles for the next level of our attainment, which is spirituality. So if we are seekers of spirituality, then this quality of Samadhana, understanding everything, the philosophies, the mysteries and mystical aspects of the Vidya or knowledge that we receive in a systematically arranged manner, in a sequential manner, in a logical manner, using your intellect, the buddhi, so that it becomes a tool for you to attain liberation and not an obstacle.